Jesus is continuing from what he talked about last night. What did we talk about last night? A lost sheep. So today we're talking about a lost coin. So suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and she loses one. Won't she light a lamp and sweep her entire house and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she will call in her friends and neighbors and say, "Rejoice with me because I found my lost coin." In the same way, there is joy in the presence of God's angels when even one sinner repents. So I know we can read this story and we can say man, one coin, big deal, right? I have that in my pocket right now. Yeah, exactly. But back in this day, I want you guys to understand that these coins were worth a lot more than they mean to us right now. So if you had $100 in your pocket, that's kind of what this is talking about here. If she lost part of that. And that's kind of a big deal. But we also think man, if we lost a coin in our house today, in this day and age, we have wood floors, we have carpet, we have tile, that kind of thing. We can easily find a coin. But for this lady to lose such a large chunk of money, because it was worth way more, in her house, that was a much bigger deal. Because back then, folks had floor that was made completely out of dirt. Right? They didn't have all of this flooring that we had. And so what would happen is if she lost that coin and didn't realize it right away, she'd walk around and the dirt would begin to cover it. And she'd maybe move her table and chairs around and move her furniture around a little bit, and the dirt would just cover it and cover it and cover it just a little bit more. And by the time she realized that it's missing, it's completely gone. And so what we talk about here whenever Jesus is talking about this coin, I want you to realize the coin is us. In each of these stories, Jesus is talking about something being lost and then something being found again. That coin is us. God always leads us to something better in our lives. And us being that coin, man, I want you to think about yourself in that situation, right? You're the lost coin, and time has gone by, and all of a sudden you're just covered over in dirt. You're buried deep down. You feel lost. You feel broken. You feel like there's no hope of ever being found again. And all of a sudden, this lady, she takes a broom and just goes to town, sweeping throughout her house. It says she searches frantically with the broom, trying to uncover this lost coin that's so valuable to her. And she gets to the bottom of it. It says she lights a lamp. And she takes this broom and she sweeps and sweeps until she finds it. But it takes uncovering the layers and layers of dirt. Uncovering the layers and layers of junk that covered it up for so long, that made it feel like it was invaluable, that made it feel like it didn't have a place anymore, that made it feel like it had lost all its value. We talk about that's 1/10 of $100, man. That's crazy. Can you imagine under that dirt? Probably just feels worthless. If you lose money and then it's just gone, it doesn't have any more value, right? If it's just covered up and it's lost, it doesn't have any value to you anymore. It's yeah, man, it stinks that I lost that money, but I can't use it for anything because I don't own it anymore. And so for that coin that's sitting under this dirt, sitting under the ground, sitting under there and just being lost, all of its value is gone. And that's the thing that we need to understand as we look back on this story, with the way that this whole thing was set up. A lot of us may feel lost. A lot of us may feel we've been passed over. A lot of us may feel like we have lost the value in our lives because of the words that people have said to us, because of the situations that we've come out of, because of the brokenness that we may have felt. I think it's beautiful that she takes this reflective fire. Not only does she go sweeping around the house, sweeping and sweeping until she finds it, but she takes a reflective fire so that she can see the value that's still inside of it. It's not enough for us to just be uncovered. It's not enough for us to just come to the surface. We can't be truly found until the Holy Spirit of God lights a fire inside of us and looks at all of the things inside of us and dusts off all of the masks that we've been wearing. Because we're really good at wearing masks. What do I mean by that? And sometimes it's easy to show up to youth group and put on a mask. To hide the fears that you might be feeling, to hide the things that you left behind at home. Sometimes it's really easy to hide that insecurity, to hide the things that you don't think the world around you wants to see. You may want to keep your masks on, but keeping your mask on will always cost you something. It might cost you relationship. It might cost you friendship. It might cost you the ability to be real with the people around you. Fear is a really cruel master because it just nags and nags and nags at the inside of you and says, you're never going to be found. You're never going to be whole. It doesn't matter what you've been through. You're always going to be in this same spot, just like the coin that's buried so deep under all of that dirt and all of that filth. You're never going to be whole. You're never going to be fine. Nothing is going to be all right again. But Jesus is bigger than our fears.